Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, your linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. Today, lovely souls, we are going to be talking about the link of multidimensional vision as it relates to your dreams. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and well, in a weird way, it kind of is, but we're going to be talking about it because you have arrived, you are at this place now after you've gone through your shift, your metamorphosis, your transformational change into becoming who you really are, purging, healing, and all of that. As you've gone through this shift in order to ascend higher, we're going to be addressing your dreams. You know, your human 3.0 dreams, which may not or apply anymore as you've elevated yourself. We're going to be talking about that today. So, first of all, I just want to ask you, how are you doing? How are you doing, lovely souls? How has this been? I mean, I'm sure that for many of you, you're really exhausted. It's been a tiring summer as you've tried to keep your eye on the prize. Maybe some of you would try to seek out stability or security or some sort of, goal setting. And maybe some of you have been waiting for your ships to come in. Some of you have been waiting to, create and develop something else to get to your destination where you think you're going. And for some of you who have actually gone through this big old transformational shift for your higher ascension, your highest greatest good, you are reevaluating what some of your old dreams were and trying to recalibrate to figure out where you go next with these dreams. And that's exactly why we are doing this multi-dimensional vision for your dreams video, to be able to do an exercise that'll help you get more clarity with it. Now, the reason why I wanted to really dive into this deeply, and so we could do some more human soul excavation, is so that way you can get clear through the fog, which just is, because waters may have gotten a little murky, a little muddy as you've made this shift, because you're walking into new unknown territory. And what happens is when we walk into new unknown territory without the GPS fully on its mark, is because we're opening ourselves up to something new. You will know when you are in dream state, when you are dreaming, you can open up to new infinite possibilities of what you can create, what you can co-create with the universe, things that you have to align with the divine plan for your life, all of these miraculous, beautiful blessings. Beautiful blessings. But as your human leaves and the soul decides to drive, sometimes these goals and dreams that you had seem as if they don't longer apply in the way that you first envisioned them. Now, let's go back to manifestation. Let's talk about that for a second. As you well know, through, 14 videos or something ago, we talked about manifestation, and we talked about being able to think it, right? And see it, and speak it. But what happens when you go through a metamorphosis is those 3 points may be in alignment, but your soul now, because it's grown, because it's elevated, it's different. And when it's different, sometimes you may be hitting your head against the wall going, why this is happening? Why are things not moving along? Or why are things stuck? You think they're stuck, but they're not. You really have an entourage of, help behind the scenes, kind of helping you co-create what it is you want. But it's changing its vibration because you've changed your vibration. And when you change your vibration, elevating your own consciousness, so do your dreams. So do your visions in multi-dimensional ways. And that may be why now it's expanding into a different vision than what you initially had when you were only your 3.0 self. I know. It's a lot, right? It's deep. It's deep. And that's exactly why I wanted to talk about it, so you can go, oh, is that what's going on? Because for a lot of you who don't follow planets or understand what's going on in the energy field, Saturn for the last 2 years has not really been our friend, and yet it has. It has, in the sense that it's given you time to do some introspection and reflection and understanding if what you had in your head and what you had in your heart were on the same page, and if that together, once merged with your human soul, if that is still a destination of where you want to go with what you want to create. Or has the intention changed for why you initially started the project to why it has a different context now? So, it's exercise time. Get out your 3 columns. Make 3 columns on a sheet of paper. And what we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at your old visions and dreams. List them. First column. Second column. Look at the initial intention, the initial goal, the initial objective, short term, long term. What was the intention of column 1? Column 3. As you've done the self-evaluation, as you've gone through this metamorphosis, transformational change of ascending, what are your values now? How do your core values and your principles, with who you've become in the change, relate to column 1 and column 2? Put that in column 3. Now take a look at it. Is it different? Is it different? If we can sit into the place now of asking yourself why you initially had these dreams that you wanted to fulfill, and who were they going to serve, and how were you going to serve, and what was this dream and this vision going to ultimately become? The context from your heart and your mind in union and creation now may have a definite vibrational shift into becoming something different, better, greater, and more than you ever initially dreamt or envisioned in the first place. Because initially, before you did all of the negative removal, the healing, the purging, the growing, releasing what didn't serve you anymore, releasing expectation, releasing everything that was attached to all of this. For the human context, we've let all that go. You will see that your divine purpose for being here not only is different and has brought you to a greater awareness of what that purpose is, but when you align with that purpose, when you align with that truth, when you align with your authentic self in that place, your multidimensional vision goes beyond your vision, beyond what the human was creating, and has a deeper meaning. Because you understand now, it's not just the art that you create. It's not just the project you complete. It's not just the education you go through. It's just not the work that you do. The meaning and the context is greater than all the sum of these parts. Because the sum of these parts were merely floating compartments in the human plane. But when your soul knows now that you're here to do something, you came here specifically to do something. You are now asking yourself even bigger, greater questions, multidimensional questions beyond what you asked yourself before you started initially creating them as your human. I know this is heavy stuff, people. Heavy stuff, and it's weird for me to sit here to both channel and talk to you about it at the same time as I'm downloading messages to share with you, because it's a lot to put out into the universe. It's a lot to ask humanity to digest in the context of which I'm talking about it, because I don't want this video to come off as anything that derails you from your initial path, but helps you clarify, redefine, reinforce, validate, and further declare why you're doing what you're doing, how you're doing what you're doing, when you're doing what you're doing, where you're doing what you're doing, and most importantly, why it matters to you now that your human and your soul are one in this higher level plane of understanding. Ask yourself this: does it make you feel good? Are you feeling good about what it is that you're doing? Does it resonate with your soul and who you've become now? Is it aligning with all of the work that you've done from the inside? And are you ready for that to shine on the outside? And do you have more self-compassion, which expands your compassion to humanity? Has that grown exponentially as a result of mind, body, soul, spirit, health, well-being for who you are? These are big, 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 big questions, not just of life, but as of life force energy into who you are being, becoming, and what you want to share. What you want to share. So I know this is a lot as a homework assignment, but you may have to rewatch this a few times to get everything down. But trust me when I say you will feel so much better and have so much more clarity from this murky place. Because, you know, going through all of this work, you're supposed to get more clarity, yes. But also as you ask yourself to rise, and you do rise, you're getting into a higher elevation where sometimes things are murky only because you haven't gone there before. So now I'm just asking you, go there now. It's safe to do so. And it's important for your heart and your soul to acknowledge it from this new place of where you're sitting right now, in order to feel good about what you're creating, what you're co-creating with the universe, what you're doing as your vision and your dream for your future, as you live right now, enjoying it in the present, on the journey and the path that you are right now, as you are growing, redefining, recalibrating, and figuring it out from a new place. So I hope that helps. Hit me up on social media. Go to Linkronicity.com and ask me a question. I would love to elaborate on this further, so it's not so like, whoa, this is like mind-blowing deep. If you want me to break it down in more digestible bits, I'm happy to do so for you. And maybe we'll address it in the next blog or video, or I can address some personal questions directly, and we can take it from that space. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Linkronicity, Blogspot.com, and go to Linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day, linking to your multidimensional level of understanding your visions and your dreams. And I hope that all of them come true for you. Have a great day.